What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Chasing God with Chase Parker. The entire purpose of this channel is to do one thing, and that is glorify Jesus Christ, spread His name. So if that's something that you're interested in, then consider hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos. Anyway, one of the greatest mysteries in the entire world is love. No one really knows how to define it. No one can agree on what it really is. I mean, is it a feeling? Is it an emotion? Is it an obligation? A responsibility? See, human beings just can't really come to a common ground on this. And one of the biggest questions out there is, how do we know when we experience it? How do we know when love is really there? 1 John chapter 4, verses 7 and 8 says this: "Dear friends, let us love one another, for love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love." Did you catch that last part? God is love. See, every time that we experience love, whether it be the love for a sibling or your parents or a spouse or your kids, you are experiencing the very essence of God. That strong connection that is undeniable is God Himself right there bonding the two of you together. So as we try to figure out what exactly love is, it's very important to understand that God is love. So that means that love is going to have the exact characteristics of God Himself. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verses 4 through 7 lists out a lot of those characteristics for us to make it easy to understand what love really is. It says, "Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres." See, we always try to place conditions on love, like if so-and-so behaves a certain way, then I will love them. Or we stay in relationships, but we're not truly happy because we're holding on to grudges and we're keeping a record of wrongs, which is something that love doesn't allow. It only allows for forgiveness. And so we always mess up love and we put on these false conditions that just completely distort the image of love and the very nature of love. True love is unconditional. In the Greek language, there are multiple words that are used to describe the different levels of love, but the one word that is used to describe God's love for us over 200 times in the New Testament is the word agape love. It is a pure, willful, sacrificial type of love. And whenever we feel that type of a connection, it is just a small sample size of the type of agape love that God has for every single one of us. Romans chapter 5 verse 8 says, "But God demonstrates His own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us." Listen to that again. While we were still sinners, Christ died for us. So while we disobeyed God, while we turned away from God, while we chose everything in the world over God, while we still had evil in our hearts, God still sent Jesus Christ to die on the cross for each and every one of us. There is no condition there. It's unconditional. It is willing. It is a sacrificial type of love that puts everything above yourself. Jesus Christ sacrificed Himself in the greatest demonstration of pure agape love of all time when He died on the cross for us, not because we deserved it, but because He loves us that much. So what is love? Love is an experience of God. Love is the most powerful force that exists in the entire universe. Love is unconditional, and it is sacrificial, and it is selfless. Love is how we get to experience who God is and the way that He feels for us. And that same selfless agape love that Jesus Christ demonstrated for us on the cross is the exact same type of love that we are supposed to have for each other. Just listen to the words of Jesus. Matthew 22, verses 37 to 40. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. See, love is so important and it is so amazing. It is the greatest commandment that is out there. Just love, love, and love some more. And when we experience love, not only are we pleasing God, but we are experiencing the very essence of who He is. So in this world that's so full of hate and so full of divide, we just need to choose love and follow the words of Jesus. And if you get confused along the way about what love is, maybe it's this or maybe it's that, just look to the Word of God and He will tell you plainly what love is. And it is so amazing and it is so incredible. The bottom line is that love is more than an attraction. Love is more than caring for someone else. Love is more than an obligation. Love is the unconditional willingness to sacrifice anything for someone else, just as God did for you.